Alright, back for another beer review, and today I'll be reviewing yet another beer from Angry Chair Brewing, and they are out of Tampa, Florida, and this is their Pretzel Logic. So they're calling this one an Imperial Stout with chocolate and pretzels, and it also says contains natural flavors. It comes in at 11.5% alcohol by volume. No IBUs listed. Time of review. This can is just under 7 weeks old. So got another Angry Chair beer to review, and really excited about it because the last one I had was the first beer from them I reviewed on the channel. It was their Imperial German Chocolate Cupcake Stout, which was sent to me by a good friend of mine and viewer of the channel, Gregory. Delicious. Always want to try that one. Love a German chocolate cake, so it was great, but it was too sweet. And recently I had the Rocky Road on tap here in the Buffalo, New York area, and it was delicious. Basically Rocky Road ice cream in Imperial Stout form. Too sweet. So this one does not contain lactose, and I'm hoping that maybe the pretzels break up all that sweetness that I'm assuming is going to be in this beer. So now I will say this can is pretty tight. I didn't open it off camera over the sink just because I'm going to live on the edge here. If it explodes, if it gushes, fuck me then, I guess. I got the Bounty paper towels, but it is a bit tighter, so we will see. I'm going to try to pour it right in the glass once I crack this. Okay, not gushing, not gushing. Maybe they just filled it to the top. Of course, shit went everywhere. I'm going to have to get out the Bounties anyway. I'm going to pour like half of it in there. And then I'm going to get the Bounties because shit fucking went everywhere. And if I don't wipe this down right now because of how dark this is, like this will be quickly stained. Holy shit, does it smell crazy. So, all right, all wiped up. Should be good to go. Whip the can a little bit. Yeah, that poured out like fucking motor oil too. So we're going to throw that over there, over here on the coaster. I love the label. It's just a skeleton eating a pretzel. And for 11.5%, holy fuck. Look, okay, listen. How good this beer looks right now in the glass is fucking, like, this is one of the best looking dark beers I've had in quite a while. Not only does it have almost a 2 finger of this dark, silky, brown looking colored head, it looks like a nitro head. It's like velvety, it's not going anywhere. It looks like hot chocolate head in terms of like just the look of it, not color wise, but just like how it's kind of staying in the glass. It's pitch black. On camera, it's probably gonna be pitch black. Hold up to light. More of a dark brown, little ruby red hints at the bottom here, but let's look at this, see if there's any alcohol legs. Oh yeah, there's legs, sheets, whatever you want to call them. Man, that looks fucking gnarly. I love the look of that beer. It's out of my, darker beer fridge at 54 degrees Fahrenheit. I did keep this in my cooler fridge until by maybe like 5 or 6 hours ago because I don't want to take any chances, keep it cold because it was tight. I was like, oh shit, secondary fermentation. Hope not. Let's get nose. Wow. It smells like chocolate mousse. What? It smells like someone put a fucking piece of like the if you're in the Northeast, or I guess now at this point, going down a little bit down the East Coast, almost into the South. If you know about Wegmans grocery stores, they have a ultimate chocolate cake. This is what that cake is if you blended it up and threw it into Imperial Stout. You could say, like I said, chocolate mousse. You could say fudgy brownie batter, chocolate cake. Holy shit. There is a little bit of salinity from the pretzels. Like, I'd assume they're using pretzels with salt in them. I hope so, because there is a touch of salinity here. I wouldn't say I'm necessarily getting pretzels in the nose, but dude, wow. Curious what the natural flavors are, though. Again, no lactose, which is nice. So this is one of the most chocolate-forward beers I have maybe ever reviewed on my channel. Fudgy brownie batter, chocolate mousse. Again, chocolate cake, specifically the Wegmans Ultimate Chocolate Cake. There's not much else to say. A little bit of salinity from what I think would be the salt on the pretzels. Maybe not. Maybe we're just brewing with pretzels and I'm just, perceiving it to be there, and it's really not. A little bit of like a roasted malt quality, very like a very small, maybe a little bit of coffee. Like there's a touch of like mocha vibes in here. But it's all about that chocolate. I want to get into it. Cheers, everyone. Wow. I didn't. Oh. Shut up, throat. guess stomach, esophagus. Yeah, I'm still trying to process what just happened. This is full bodied. This is thick. This is syrupy. I say this a lot now, and only to kind of like really stress how thick these other beers are. But like, I've had 2 Pulpit Rock beers out of Decorah, Iowa, and they are like top of the food chain in terms of like bodies and mouthfeels I've had on like Imperial Stouts. And then you throw something like Weldworks, their Media Noche line. I've had a couple beers from the Media Noche line. You're almost chewing them. It's almost like a heavily fruited sour consistency, but it's an Imperial Stout. This is not to that level, okay? It is, well, there's a little bit of, kind of like a hand stuck to it, so it's probably a little bit of, anyway, it's not to that level, but it's not far off. It's full-bodied, it's thick, it's syrupy, it's almost, like you're chewing it. It's almost like a smoothie or like a milkshake, but not quite to that level. The mouthfeel, mild carbonation, super velvety smooth, and it's silky smooth and creamy. Body and mouthfeel are fucking phenomenal. This is an experience in itself. The taste, first thing I'll say, 11.5%. It's Angry Chair. I said that the chocolate cupcake stout and the Rocky Road, too sweet. I had the Rocky Road on tap. It was like a 5 or 6 ounce pour, and that was enough for me. It was just too sweet. Didn't want I would not want an entire can, a 16 fluid ounce can. Same thing with that Imperial chocolate cupcake stout. I finished it because Gregory was nice enough to send it my way, but it was tough. Like the last 4 to 6 ounces were like, oh, dude, come on, can't do it. And then we'll be able to drink the rest of this. It's not cloying. It's definitely sweet, to be expected, but it's not cloying. And I really appreciate them holding off on the lactose, because lactose would make this one cloying, and probably I'd maybe want to drink half of that at most. The taste is really cool. It's a 2-part taste. Forefront. First half to 2/3 of the palate is just a ton of chocolate character. Again, fudgy brownie batter on the palate. Chocolate mousse, chocolate cake, sweet, decadent, rich chocolate. There's a little bit of roasted malt and a touch of coffee, so I'm getting a little bit of like a mocha vibe, tiramisu, something in that realm. The roasted malt's mild, but it's there. The second half of the palate is where the pretzel hits. Why I said it was really cool after like a couple seconds. On the back of the palate, I get this grainy kind of just like doughy characteristic that has to be the pretzels. Not really getting any of that salinity I was smelling. Maybe a smidge on the back of the palate, but maybe the pretzels, they're just throwing pretzels in with no salt. But there might be a little bit of like a salty, because I love like chocolate, chocolate caramel or chocolate, like caramel salted or salted caramel, salted chocolate caramel things. I would like to see with like some caramel in here, and then maybe additional of salt, or maybe pretzels with salt. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know what the pretzels they use, but there's not a lot of salinity on the palate. It's sweet through and through, so this is definitely sweet. There's really maybe a slight dryness on the back of the palate. There's no bitterness, but somehow they've kept this somewhat drinkable for like a pastry-esque Imperial Stout at 11.5%. Oh yeah, 11.5%. A little bit of warming in my chest, nothing on the palate. This is fucking super duper insanely scary. Like, this is super scary to me. Like, it's, yeah. I'm pouring the rest in here. I'm going to probably finish this. At this point, I don't see a reason not to finish it. This is better than that Imperial German chocolate cupcake stout that Gregory sent to me. I think the main thing that makes this better is that chocolate character is fucking super complex, all over the place, and then in a good way. That is, when, like I said, all over the place, like is a negative thing, but not as a positive thing. And the fact that it's not cloying like that beer or even the Rocky Road. Let me go one more sip, because I don't remember what I gave those beers. I think you gave the Imperial German chocolate cupcake like a 4.4, 4.5. This is getting higher for sure. Yeah, it's definitely getting higher. I'm not gonna go crazy high, because I'm not really getting a lot of base beer qualities here outside of that slight roasted malt and a little bit of coffee. It's like all about that chocolate, which they're using chocolate, that pretzel on the finish. The body mouthfeel are immaculate. Fuck, man. I think I'm going to go pretty high. All right, so Pretzel Logic from Angry Chair. Low 4.75 and go 4.7. This is fucking bonkers good. We now get Angry Chair, which I'll talk about in a moment, here in the Buffalo, New York area. And this is just, I'm glad I picked this one. The reason I picked this one up, I'll be honest with you, there are a couple other ones sounded good. I forget the other one that they had that sounded really good. When I saw this and I saw it was pretzels, I was like, maybe that will kind of, take away from the potential cloying kind of nature of these beers. And then I saw that it said no lactose. I was like, oh shit, no lactose. And then pretzels. Yeah, let's do it. As far as like an imperial pastry stout goes, this is fucking dynamite. It's sweet, but not cloying. And the body mouthfeel are bonkers. That chocolate character is through the roof. I just fucking love this beer. This is a fantastic, absolutely fantastic beer for what it is. If you like these pastry stouts. I don't drink them a lot on the channel as much anymore, the pastry stouts. Maybe like once a month, maybe a couple times a month if I get them in beer mails. But when I do, this is kind of what I want. So 4.7 out of 5. Price point availability, I paid $7.99 for that can. You're talking 11.5% chocolate, pretzels. Yeah, I'm fine with that. $7.99. If this was in a 750 milliliter bottle, we'll say $3.75. No, it's a 16-ounce can, 500 milliliter. If this was in a 500 milliliter bottle and somebody saw it for $10, $12, they'd be like, oh, that's a great deal. And then you see it in a can like this, $7.99. Oh, it's expensive. No, it's not. You just got to do math. And 16 fluid ounces, yeah, it's a little bit less than 16.9 fluid ounces, but it shouldn't be a price difference of $2, $3, $4 for less than 1 ounce extra. So I'm fine with this one. You're talking 4 packs. Probably at the brewery, you might go like $25, $26 a 4-pack. When it makes distro, it's a little bit more expensive. So here in Buffalo, $7.99 might be cheaper if you're closer to the brewery in Florida. Might be more expensive if you're like out west or something. I don't know. But I paid $7.99 for that can, and I do not regret it. And availability, I have no fucking idea with Angry Chair. Outside of that, they just started showing up here in the Buffalo, New York area in the past 6 months. We get drops from them every couple months at this point, and usually like 3 or 4 different beers show up from them. So maybe I'll review something from them, when they do get a new release, pick a beer and just go with it. So I've had nothing outside of their like crazy pastry beer. So maybe I just need to try some other just regular beer from them and see how it is. So if you've had this one before, post in the comment section. Let me know what you thought about it. If not, what is the best Angry Chair beer that you've had that isn't hard to get, that would make distro to the Buffalo, New York area? Because I'm sure some of you would be like, oh, get the barrel age this or that, and knowing that it's like brewery only or very hard to get. If I'm going to see stuff in cans or like just, maybe like rotating releases, something that's not super exclusive, let me know. I'd love to pick up more from them. That Rocky Road would be fun to review, but I already know it's pretty sweet, so maybe not. And I haven't seen cans of it, it was on draft. So anyway, I'm going to go drink the rest of this. Probably take me an hour and a half, but I'm going to finish it up. And then I'm probably going to be feeling real good because it's 11.5%. So anyway, I appreciate everybody stopping by for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. To the next one. Cheers.